Two sports cars, 8 wheels driven by all-wheel drive and 775 horsepower. The all-wheel drive speedsters Audi RS4 and Porsche 911 4S are two top-notch curve killers. Family car? No way. The Audi has some major punch under its tame-looking bonnet. 420 horsepower and 0 to 100 in under 5 seconds for under 70,000 euros. And how do you transform a saloon into a sports car? With an engine that reaches 8,000 faster than Reinhold Messner in his prime. This 4.2-litre 8-cylinder monster roars like a lion and has the thrust of a rocket. If required, it can hit 250 kilometers an hour. Then the RS4 hits an electronic wall. It has a governor to boot. Praiseworthy, in Ingolstadt even a wickedly fast car is pragmatic, and that's just what defines this Audi, a well-behaved four-door with the performance of a super sports car. The 911 is another story altogether. The epitome of a sports car, despite having almost 70 horsepower less, it accelerates just as quickly as the Audi. Must be genetics. As per tradition, a flat engine propels the 911 4S. Porsche has decked out the 4S. This version costs 16,000 euros more than the standard 911. That's a pretty hefty price for all-wheel drive, an extra 30 horsepower and an electronically regulated sport chassis. The performance of the vehicle is nearly identical, but the manageability is enhanced. For inexperienced drivers, the 911 has always been viewed as a difficult-to-handle tail spinner. The all-wheel drive eliminates this problem once and for all. Sports car and saloon. Can these cars even be compared? The RS4 has taken the look of a sports car. Oversized 18-inch rims, air intakes and an uncompromising braking system. The huge exhaust pipes and muscular appearance of the wider mud wings make it look like an A4 on steroids. The look and sound of the high-revving V8 are impressive. The classic 911 silhouette has gone unchanged for 40 years. An iconic design, and for good reason. The 4-piston brakes could even be described as brutal. The muscular rear of the vehicle with its 4 exhaust pipes make it look fast even when parked, and, unmatched as always, the gravelly roar of the flat engine. The interior of this Porsche sets a new standard. The finest materials, comfortable sporty seats, a highly reactive steering wheel, an excellently arranged instrument panel, and, a sporty extra, a stopwatch. The flip side, only dwarfs can sit comfortably on the back seat, and the boot is hardly worth of being called so. Now for the Audi. It too has a well-organized interior and fine workmanship. The starter button and the vice grip-shaped sports seats exude sportiness. The back seat offers what it is supposed to, room, and the same can be said for the spacious boot. Change of scenery. Porsche wins the battle of the heartstrings, while the Audi is clearly more practical. Now, German motoring club instructor Markus Müller puts the sportiness of these racers to the test. 4S or RS4, the moment of truth. First up, the Audi. Only a few meters down the track and the tires begin crying for mercy. The different design concepts, rear engine in the Porsche, front engine in the Audi, become clear as day.
The Audi understeers extremely, but I'd say it wins on the safety front.
The Audi exhibits a stoic calm even when subjected to wanton abuse.
Even in tight corners, it's almost impossible to push the Audi beyond its limits. No risk, no fun. In fast corners, if you're really quick, you can get the tires to smoke though.
If you can get this car to drift, your name is either Walter Röhrl or you're a freak of nature.
What I like about the Audi is the sporty seats. They give you great
The chassis and running gear are challenged to the max on the handling test track. The variable all-wheel drive reliably transfers power to the right wheel when needed. Yet despite rigid tuning and snappy braking, the Audi exhibits minor weaknesses. It isn't a purebred sports car. It was born of a saloon and embraces its heritage.
The Audi will appeal to fathers who want it a bit sportier, who need space for the whole family, but still want to get out for a joyride now and then.
A versatile car. Unfortunately, this respectable citizen begins guzzling petrol when you punch the accelerator. And what's more, the slightly less powerful Audi RS4 offers nearly the same thing at a much lower price tag. In its comfort zone, the Porsche, the 911, isn't considered king of the racetrack for nothing. A car that's just as at home in the pit lane as it is in front of a high-class restaurant.
In comparison to the RS4, the Porsche 911's running gear is much sportier in its tuning. And this of course translates into greatly enhanced driving pleasure.
Thanks to the all-wheel drive, this Porsche is easily handled in hairpin lateral curves.
With four-wheel drive, there's certainly increased safety. And the settings of the four-wheel drive for the Porsche are very sporty and provide a variable delivery of power to the front axle.
The 911 4S is a dream come true for drivers who want to test their racing skills.
Personally, I enjoy driving the Porsche a lot more because it really invites you to drive in a sportier fashion.
The running gear is so rigid that a chiropractor should be included in the hefty price. Sportiness doesn't come cheap.
Nice vehicle. I get to take it home with me today, right?
The downside, if you want to drive a 4S, you either have to be loaded with cash or stay single. If you don't have a second car, there's no sense in buying a 911. The Porsche is full of emotion, the Audi pragmatic, but they are both irrational and fascinating at the same time.